Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Charles DeBanson, and welcome you guys to another episode of the DREAMERSPRO show. We'll cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and we'll give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. So, today we have a very disturbing story. As you guys know, Mark Walter just sold the Lakers just this week for $12.5 billion. And now the story came out today that, in fact, the reason he was forced to sell the team was because of the federal government, and also he needed to pay back hundreds of millions of dollars, and he needed cash very quickly. So he was able to raise $2.5 billion, essentially like that, right? And with that, they were sold to Bob Iger of ESPN, I believe the former CEO or current CEO of ESPN. I didn't know that he had that amount of money and resources. But he sold it to him, and then he also sold it to, I can't remember his first name, but Kushner. And some people on the internet were like, this may not be such a good thing for the Lakers after all, blah, blah, blah. People were kind of just weighing in and giving their opinions on it. So then today I came across an article from Fadeaway World with the headline stating, details reveal on JJ Redick's future as potential Chris Paul hire after Lakers sale. And I'm like, wait, what? But this isn't even the only one. I also heard another piece of news that who was it from? I think it was from Ramona Shelburne that Rob Pelinka could also be on his way out. This is pretty insane stuff, right? But before we even get into all of this, today's video is brought to you by a sponsor, Kachava. Now, before we continue, let me tell you something. This year, I got serious about taking care of my body, my training, my nutrition, all of it. Nothing extreme. I just wanted to take better care of myself. But my days get busy between work, moving around, taking care of my daughter, trying to go to the gym, buying groceries. Life fills up fast. And when it does, nutrition is the first thing to fall apart. I would skip meals, grab whatever was easy, and feel it by the afternoon. Then I started using Kachava's new travel pack. Just one packet gives you complete nutrition ready for life to go on. Plant-based protein, fiber, greens, vitamins, probiotics, omegas, electrolytes, and more. No artificial flavors, no sweeteners, no soy, no gluten, no preservatives, and no animal products. All the nutrition my body craves in one delicious shake, packed to go. It keeps my energy steady all day, and more importantly, it actually tastes amazing. If you have been meaning to take better care of yourself, this is the easiest place to start. Take your daily ritual with you. Go to Kachava.com and use code DREAMERS for 15% off your first order. That's Kachava, Kachava.com, code DREAMERS. All right, perfect. So I want to get into the first article here. This is from Fadeaway, and it says this. New owners typically play a more passive role on their teams, but it doesn't make them any less important. For a prestigious franchise like the Lakers, they need an owner who is passionate and dedicated to the cause to live up to their heightened standards. So with Mark Walters out and new ownership stepping in, many fans are wondering what comes next in the period of transition. While the incoming owner provided very little in terms of a plan, we at least know that JJ Redick's job is safe after his second season with the team. JJ got an extension after his rookie year as a head coach with the Lakers. My understanding is that it aligns his contract with Rob Pelinka's, reported ESPN Dave McMenamin. I think JJ Redick's probably in a really good spot, but we'll have to see where it all goes. Redick, who's 42, was hired without any NBA coaching experience, and he's one of the youngest to ever hold the position. Lauded for his maturity, humility, and basketball IQ. Maturity? What? He had great success in the Los Angeles with 2 straight years of 50-win teams. While owners typically like to pick their own staff, it helps that Iger is familiar with Redick from his playing days on the Clippers when Iger was a season ticket holder. Amid a season of change for LA, keeping Redick is important to maintaining some continuity, but he's not the only one with connections to the new Lakers owners. According to another ESPN insider, longtime NBA veteran Chris Paul is close friends with Iger, raising the likelihood that he could be hired in some kind of official advisory role. It certainly is an unexpected twist, but unwelcomed in the eyes of Laker fans who have dreamed of his arrival since the vetoed trade in 2011. There are a couple of names you should pay attention to. Chris Paul, a very close friend of Bob Iger's. He's sort of a mentor to Chris Paul. Chris recently retired, said Ramona Shelburne. He's available. An incredible basketball mind. I don't know what that means for him, but I expect they'll be talking. As an NBA legend, okay, and then it goes on to say, there. Then we have the other one here. This is from basketnews.com, and it says, Lakers president Rob Pelinka could be on the way out under new owners. Stephen A. Smith believes Rob Pelinka could lose control of the Lakers basketball operations as new owners Josh Kushner, yes, that's his name, and Bob Iger begin reshaping the franchise. It then says, actually, you know what? I think it's better that we play what Stephen A. Smith had to say to Ramona Shelburne. Take a listen to his comments here as he was talking to Ramona Shelburne so they can explain it much better.
I think Rob Pelinka will not be there running basketball operations for the Los Angeles Lakers. I don't believe that will happen moving forward. I do believe that, you know what, I think that somebody like Jeannie Buss should be around. She's synonymous with the Lakers and synonymous with the Laker brands, and she's adored and revered and respected by everybody in the basketball community. She's the matriarch of basketball as far as I'm concerned. I don't think you lose somebody like that. I think that Bob Myers is with the Philadelphia 76ers. It's going to be real interesting to see what happens there. And the reason I feel that way, Ramona, is that prior to working with Josh Harris and being a part of his clique when it came to the Washington Commanders and ultimately the Philadelphia 76ers. I mean, Bob Myers gets on the scene making basketball decisions, and in a month he had Jaylen Brown and LeBron James on the squad. In a month on the job, okay? That's the 4-time champion that was formerly at the Golden State Warriors. If there is a way to get that man, I think you go get him. This is my belief. I haven't spoken to anybody about it. This is my personal belief, Ramona. I say that's what I'm looking out for.
Great. So you heard what he had to say. Let me continue on with the article here. It says, the prediction comes at a particularly significant moment for the Lakers, whose ownership structure has changed dramatically in a little more than a year. The Buss family agreed to sell the majority of its ownership to Mark Walter in 2025 for approximately $10 billion for $10 billion valuation. And in the family's 46 run as the Lakers controlling owners. And then it goes on to say a few other things there. I just want to fast forward quickly. It says, we have enormous respect and appreciation for Jeannie, her father, and what they've contributed to the franchise, Iger said, and we have every intention to honor the agreement that was made between Mark and Jeannie. The continuity, however, does not necessarily mean the Lakers basketball operation remains unchanged. Even after Walter's original purchase, questions were raised about whether the organization could expand its basketball infrastructure. Lakers reporter Johan Buha previously noted that the Lakers had one of the NBA's smallest front offices and could benefit from adding more personnel. Now, with another ownership group assuming control, Smith believes Pelinka could ultimately be one of the most significant figures affected. Smith also named former Golden State Warriors general manager Bob Myers as his preferred candidate to lead the Lakers if Kushner and Iger decide to reshape the front office here. What are my thoughts about this? We have to see. Because now JJ could have job security, but remember, JJ came in when there were different people in control. So who knows what could happen with that in the future? Who knows where all of that stands? But it's definitely something I think to keep an eye on as time goes on. And I'm very interested to see what this new ownership group is going to be like. Very, very interested in it. So you guys let me know what you think about the story. Whatever you guys think, leave your thoughts in the comments and we catch you on the next show. Peace.